Have you struggled with being in your comfort zone? Are you fed up with being in your comfort zone, trying to push through because you know that growth and change and everything you want is outside your comfort zone? If you even have asked yourself if you're hanging out in your comfort zone, please watch this and watch it till the end. You got to see this. Hi, I'm Susan Jane Rome, and I have coached women to step into their highest potential, to live fully empowered lives as leaders, creating change in the world. And that's my deepest passion for you. To absolutely embrace who you are, uncover your genius, and allow that to reward you in every way, including financial freedom. So lean in with me for a minute, because I hear all the time. How many memes have you seen? You know, there's that, and then there's everything you want, and then there's your comfort zone, and that's the thing. That's the thing that keeps tripping you up. If only you could get out of your comfort zone. If you could have the strategies to get out of your comfort zone. What are the steps? What do you need to do? So here's the thing that I'm going to tell you. Deep breath in and let that breath go. Just making room for this, okay? You haven't heard this before. I think the whole idea of your comfort zone is BS. You see, we get hypnotized. Things start swirling around, and then we just repeat them in a hypnotic state. Yeah, I need to get out of my comfort zone. Here are the 3 steps you need to do to get out of your comfort zone. All of that in so many variations, with all the implicit, covert judgments that lie inside it. Because there are judgments inside it. I'm stuck in fear. I don't know how to how to make myself step out of that. I hold myself back. I just a slew of stuff belonging to, guess what? The patriarchy. So something you haven't heard me talk about is I'm incredibly passionate about women healing from PTSD. And yes, PTSD, I want you to hear that, because all of us, not just women, all of us, but I serve women, have experienced either, big T trauma or small t trauma on some level. Women know what I'm talking about. So I know you know PTSD. But what you don't know is patriarchal trauma stress disorder. It's real. It's a thing. And it's a thing that you are seeing through the lens of the hypnotist, the conditioning, the programming that you were taught, so that you wouldn't see it. Stay with me. I'm going to make sense, I promise. Hi! Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Patriarchal trauma stress disorder. See, we're constantly judging ourselves. Why do I play small? Why do I hold myself back? Why do I edit myself? Why can't I just get out of my comfort zone? Because there's PTSD. And it's real. Whether it's ancestral, whether it's in this lifetime, it's all of them. So I've said this before. In the cave days, women needed to comply because their lives depended on it. They could not be too outspoken. They couldn't speak out against the leader because they'd be ostracized, which meant they wouldn't survive. Women were burned at the stake for telling their truth. So now we arrive here and we're guilty of all these things. We think. I am devoted to you discovering your innocence, because you're innocent. All the things you keep thinking you're guilty of, letting yourself down, sabotaging. I'm not saying we don't sabotage and that all the things that apply to, human beings. I'm not saying that, but they're very specifics to women. So, for women, the need to be safe is very real. We have experienced what it is to not be safe, to not know, our truth would get us ostracized, we'd die, burned at the stake. Oh, in many, many different ways. Many different ways as a child. You said something and as simple as this. You said to your parents, I'm scared. And they said what? There's nothing to be scared of. Oh. See, that starts to create this cognitive dissonance. Oh. Which separates us from self. If we're separated from self, when we fragment, we're not safe, we're not all at home. These are all the pieces. But here's the bomb. Here's the piece I promised you needed to hear. If I don't believe, if I say it's BS, then what is it? This is what it is. It is the need to be safe. It's not about being in your comfort zone. It's about the need to be and feel safe. You don't have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to expand the circle of safety around you so that you can do the things that will lead you to accomplish, achieve, manifest the things that you want. I'm going to say that again. It's not about getting out of your comfort zone. It's about getting deep enough back into home, into self, and then connecting to the divine, radically aligned, in order to expand the circle of safety around you so that you're free to move and do the things that you want, aka go out of your comfort zone. I would love you to tell me what this brought up for you. Comment. This is a conversation that I am called to deliver, and so I'm going to keep delivering it. So while we let that rest and digest, I want to read you something. So bear with me. Hopefully it will be interesting, provocative, inspiring. So here we go. This is something called What If? What if, instead of little girls learning to compare themselves to each other, we taught them to value loyalty and respect, to love and appreciate each other fiercely, and how to share that love with themselves, to communicate, to prize community, communion, to belong with each other. And what if, instead of little girls learning to compete for male attention, we taught them to celebrate each other's gifts and explore their differences, and to recognize and validate their own prowess, to freely, fearlessly, and generously encourage and uplift each other to inspire. And so encounter their own value, their worth, as part of a mutual support structure. What if, instead of them learning to judge out of fear and shame, we taught them the freedom of acceptance, to default to understanding and compassion, empathy, to feel blessed by their sensitivity? And what if, instead of teaching their delicate little souls to measure themselves against some external gauge and consequently feel like they don't measure up, which we've all felt, that they're not good enough, which we've all struggled with. We taught them instead to treasure their internal world and how to navigate it. What if, instead of teaching these beauties to hate their bodies and fear its potential womanly betrayal, bleeding, sexuality, being fat, unwanted pregnancies, we taught them to honor the wisdom of their bodies and to peacefully inhabit their true home, safely in touch with their needs and desires and their strength, feeling safe, vulnerable, trust, innocence, and awe. To know their purpose, their passion, their potential, their truth, boldly, bravely, beautifully. And what if, what if we taught them about money and business and collaboration and cooperation, and that their brilliance is to be used to support themselves and others? Yes, yes, yes. Financially, to stand in their brilliance on their own 2 feet. And what if we taught them not that they can or cannot have it all, but that they are supposed to have it all? A rich life, blessed, full of freedom and abundance and love, of compassion and #raw generosity. Let it begin with you and with #MeToo. I love you, radically aligned women. Take a deep breath in and just let that in. And let that settle. Let that resonate. Then what's possible? Infinite possibilities. So we are going to cycle back to your comfort zone. And that the whole idea is erroneous. The whole idea is built on a premise that I don't believe is valid. So let's say this again. It's not about your comfort zone. For you, it's about you expanding your circle of safety, of feeling protected, energetically extending so that you have space that feels protected to operate in, move around in, generated by you. You see, the universe would never give us something and then it would just be this battle to get out your comfort zone, like you were trying to fight out of, taffy or something. So feel that with me. You got to get out your comfort. You got to make yourself get out of your comfort zone. How do you get out of your comfort zone? Energetically, just feel that energy with me. And then take a deep breath and feel the energy of, I get to expand my aura of safety. So I know I'm protected and I can get to do and be whatever it is that's being asked of me so that I can manifest my dreams, my desires, make the greatest difference on the planet. Feel that. That aura of safety we get to create or expand. See, we've contracted into it. Now we get to expand, and there's room for you to do, say, be authentic, be in your authority. Do you feel that? In an instant, the perspective changed, and now how you perceive it is about an invitation, moving it, and now how you perceive it and experience it is about elevation, expansion. Do you feel that? Take a deep breath into that. Close your eyes and just feel. See white light radiating. So see a point to the right of you, the left of you, above you, below you. So you're seeing 4 dots. And then I want you to connect those 4 dots, creating a circle of light that you're in, that you now get to go and do whatever you want. Say what you need to say. Be in your truth. Actualize your genius and your brilliance. I love you. If you got any value or any, somebody said to me yesterday, a head wobble. Like the video, comment on the video, and please remember to subscribe so we can get this message out to women all over the world. Mwah, I love you. Namaste.